I began tracking my medication and supplements in app Guava Health. If I click on something like creatine, then I can add it. Here I can add a medication or supplement name. I can also set a dosage and timing. In this case, I just set grams. I can also add pictures, maybe of the packaging. Then I can also set a start date, and I can also set a end date. Then for the notes in here, I have creatine powder because I also used to take creatine capsules. The question whether one is currently taking this sets the medications either in the active or the past portion. One can also track the amounts of pills one have. In this case, I have none left. One can then daily set a reminder for one or multiple medications and supplements and then enter them in the reminder. In the monthly view here, one sees the at which day one took a supplement, and also how much of the supplement. One can also see the amount taken over time. In this case, we can see a weekly total of, in my case, 40 grams of creatine, because I deloaded creatine for 13 days. What's then very useful about this app is that I now can draw correlations or correlate things. So does having creatine affect body fat on that day? Now the problem with this question is that I measure myself body weight in the morning and afterwards have creatine. Thus, it needs to be the next day. Luckily, I also can change to the next day, and this now would be that my body fat, so the correlation is that my body fat goes down 6% with creatine. The correlation is calculated more or less automatically, but one can also change a few things. The data range is calculated automatically. So for hundreds of days, I daily stood on my Garmin Index S2, which the body fat dataset is from. Now also on hundreds of days, I also tracked my creatine intake and also how much creatine I took. In this case, it is only checked whether I took creatine or not. And then the creatine dataset is divided into two parts, into the present creatine and into the creatine absent days. And then the median value for body fat is calculated and then compared. And so the difference is 6%. The p-value for this is a standard 0.005.